Hi students, welcome to another session. We have been dealing with Unit 4, that is Human Development, and so far in the sessions we have seen Introduction to Human Development, how this development takes place, meaning of development, and similar meanings of other words such as growth, evolution, etc. So today's session is factors influencing development. There can be several factors that are cultural, environmental, biological, physical, etc. But let us see what is discussed and very important factors that influence human development in their uh, birth to the end of the last breath, that is death. Okay, this is a process which we have discussed in the earlier, and the development is a ongoing process from childhood age to some extent, and there is also a development. Maybe it is not like physical; it can be intellectual development. So, let us proceed with the session. So, have you observed in your class that some of you have dark skin, others have light colored skins, color of your hair, eyes are different. Some of you are tall, others are short. So there are some factors which are visible to our naked eye when we compare with other human beings. So there can be skin color, there can be eye differences, eye color differences. There can be blue, brown, black, and even the hair is black or brown, white, gray hair. Skin, there is a dark skin, some light, other brown, other red. You call them like red Indians. The different people around the world will have different skin tones, and even in a diversified country like in India we can see multiple skin tones, right? So what is it making the difference? So we can also put it in other way that some colors are treated in as a negative aspect, some are treated on a brighter side. So that is what some are quiet or sad, while others are talkative or cheerful. Here it is about the persons. Some people will be calm, some people uh, will be very sad, dull, some are cheerful, some are talkative. So here it is about the person's appearance, and it is about the behavior, how a person behaves. People also differ with respect to intelligence. Intelligence is nothing but a reaction. In some simple words we can understand as the reaction, particular behavior apt, suitable for such context. Learning abilities, memory, and other psychological characteristics beyond physical characteristics. There is some behavior, there is some functionality, there is appearance. What are all these things? How, why we differ, even though we are human beings, uh, having similar structure and characteristics. So there are some other things which we differ, which makes us unique to individual. Despite these variations, no one can be mistaken for any other species. We are all Homo sapiens. That is what we are saying. We are all humans, even though there are little differences, variations, etc. We are all human beings. What causes us to be different from each other, but at the same time more like each other? It is like there are few things which differentiates us. There are also other things like appearance, the whole structure, uh, the components of the body, human body, the way we behave in basic principles, like we all eat in similar manner. It is eating is a characteristic, even though we use different tools, but we eat, we drink, we sleep. These are the commonalities for human beings. Generally human beings sleep at night, right? Generally cats sleep in the morning. Of course they sleep more hours, but generally they are active. Owls, the bird owls, are active in the night. So generally, in general, human beings sleep at night. So these are the commonalities in this uh, Homo sapiens uh, category. The answer lies in the interactions of heredity and environment. So where does these differences of development come into? The main factors are hereditary and environment. So these are the two factors which we will be discussing in this session. So particularly we will be concentrating what are the uh, things which are influenced by heredity, what are the things which are influenced by environment. So just I have given a key where you can compare, where they can make difference. So let us proceed with the next slide. So you have already learned in the earlier chapters like introduction to psychology, methods of inquiry in psychology, and the other units that the principles of heredity explains the mechanism, that is basis of human behavior for transmission of characteristics by every species from one generation to other generation or the next. So in the basis of human behavior, we have seen there are biological factors and cultural or socio-cultural factors which influence the behavior. So in the same way, development is also influenced by heredity. In some way it is biological, environment in some way it is social or contextual. So these are the two things which we have to consider in the development, which is very simple to remember. So we deal biological, we deal in the social context. So one generation to another generation, what is the development that is what we discussed in evolution? We inherit genetic codes that are in the earlier session, the DNA, RNA, and the chromosomes which we discussed from our parents. So where these genetic codes come into, that are our parents, which are in every cell of our body. So these genetic codes occupy every cell and influence its functioning, how it has to function. Our genetic codes are like, in one important way, they contain the human genetic code. So all the genetic codes are same. How it is same? They contain human genetic code, that is for human beings. Human beings. For all the human beings, what are the genetic codes contain? They contain human genetic code. They may be differing. It is because human genetic code that a fertilized human egg grows into human body. So egg grows. That is what the earlier slide in this session, the first slide in the session is discussed, from a seed to a plant to a tree to a tree. So how the growth is influenced? And another important thing is, you can say a seed doesn't grow in the sky. It has to grow with some factors like mud, water, soil, water, and sunlight. These are the conditions which are important for a seed to grow as a tree or a plant. In the same way, for a human egg to develop into a human baby, it has to grow in a human body. The human body has these cells, these genetic codes to process. So when a human egg contacts the male and female, then the process of growing takes place in a female human being with some special environment. So it is not the elephant or a mouse you can breed this egg. So this is what it is saying. So what it is the environment. The human body is the environment. What is the genetic or a heredity here? It is the human egg, and human body is the environment which is suitable. Okay, so next, so genetic transmission is very complex. Most characteristics that we observe in human beings are combinations of larger number of genes. So what are the characteristics we exhibit? Okay, you can imagine the combinations produced by 80,000 or more genes accounting for a variety of characteristics and behaviors. So if you have a characteristics of a skin color, it is about more than 80,000 genes which are functioned to process this color, these changes. All these occur due to genetic modification or genetic functioning. It is also not possible to possess all the characteristics made available to us by our genetic structure. The actual genetic material or a person's genetic heritage is known as genotype. So it is not exhibited. So everything which is inherited from the parents, you say parent and child, everything is inherited, but it cannot be influenced because there is other factors which influence this development, that is environment. So you have to have a proper environment to nurture your talent. However, not all of this genetic material is apparent or distinctly identifiable in our observable characteristics. All the genetic material is apparent or distinctly identifiable in our observable characteristics. So what it is saying, so what we have got from the parents is not all executed as inherited. So what is that influence? So there is genotype which we discussed. So now it is phenotype. Phenotype is a physical one in is the way an individual genotype is expressed in observable and measurable characteristics. That is what we said. There is some genes, the DNA or RNA, which are exhibiting, carrying some code, genetic code, but how this genetic code is exhibited. So these genes transform into an organ or a human body. That human body, how it behaves, is the phenotype, which we can simply understand as a physical or a psychological. P is physical or a psychological. The appearance, the black color, the blue eyes, the height of the human beings, all these are measurable and observable. Phenotypes are measurable and observable. Genotypes, whereas they carry the codes, we have to have some special equipment to observe these genes. Okay. Phenotypes include physical traits such as height, weight, eyes, skin color, many of the psychological characteristics such as intelligence, creativity, and personality. So these are observable and measurable. Height can be measured, weight can be measured, eye color can be measured into different categories, skin color can be categorized into different things. So intelligence can be calculated, but it is also observable. Creativity is also observable, can also be measured in some special circumstances. So these observable characteristics of an individual are the result of interaction between persons inherited, that is genotype, and the environment where their phenotype makes an important contribution. It is the genetic code which predisposes a child to develop in a particular way. So genetic code has, for example, a child has particular height, particular color, particular behavior inherited from the parents of both parents. From mother it is 23 pairs, and from father it is 23 pairs. These 46 chromosomes play a crucial role in what type the child has. Even there is a dominant, how we have discussed, like male chromosome and the X and Y chromosomes, which we have discussed earlier. These are the things. Genes provide a distinct blueprint. So how and when things has to, for a child to walk, sit, talk, etc., and also behavior, intelligence behavior, creative behavior at adolescent and adult behave in different way, old age in different. So and even these stages also have been in the genes. When you get old, how the color develops, how you get a gray hair, etc. All these things will be in the genes. However, but genes do not exist in isolation, and development occurs within the context of individuals and environment. So it is also that genes not only the single factor, it is also the individual environment which makes clear differences. So both has to communicate, both genes and environment has to communicate for the growth. Okay, so so far we have discussed about genetical or hereditary, genetical and heredity. Now we will see related to environmental factors, genetical factors and environmental factors. You can say biological and physical. What are the environmental influences? How does the environment affect the development? Affect environmental, affect the development. So genes, biological factors affecting development, which we discussed so far. How the environment? Imagine a child with a genotype that predisposes him or her to be introverted. So the gene characteristic is to be introvert. In an environment that promotes social interaction and extroversion. So what happens here? The genes are saying he is an introvert. What happens if he is in the environment which promotes extroversion? So there is some influence. There is some influence. Such an environment may make the child a little extroverted. So he has to adjust in that environment. So for the survival and the reproduction, so he adjusts some of his behavior to be an extrovert, to for communication. Generally introverts will not communicate, they do not like interactions, but extroverts, they are with other people, they like to communicate, they like to talk. So these are the things. But what happens if an is introvert is in extrovertial environment? So he has to adjust, and it is also the influence, either the person's influence or the environmental influence. And there is an environmental influence, the person becomes from a transforms from introvert to extrovert. An individual with short height genes, if he or she is in a very good nutritional environment, will never be able to be taller than average. So even though there is some influence, but not everything. If it is genes which decides, but it is environment which has some influence. When there is some good environment, we have some possibilities to extend further. This shows that genes set the limit, and within that limit the environment influences the development. An individual with short height genes are there, it is about the height which are short. Even if she or he is in a good nutritional environment, will never be able to be taller than average. So it is short, but we have some influence to increase it to average appearance. So this is the influence of environment. That is the influence of genes. You know, by now, the parents provide the genes for the child's development. Do you know that they also play an important role in determining determining the type of environment their children will encounter? So, for example, see, parents are the source for genes, and they are also the decision maker. So the decision maker for environment, they decide. For example, parent in rural background, the child will also grow in, chances are the child will grow in rural environment. A parent in urban environment, chances are the child will grow in urban environment. But when a parent in rural background decides to grow his child in urban background, so what happens? There is a chance of improvement, change of environment. So mostly nowadays, a child born in rural environment will try to study in urban environment. Even though there are some difficulties, he adopts and grows according to his needs. The education he may move for, that is what acculturation we discussed in the earlier unit, basis of human behavior. That acculturation, in acculturation a person completely transforms one culture to other culture. Sandra Scar believes that environment parents provide for their children depend to some extent on their own genetic predisposition. That is, parents who got some genes from his the grandparents. For the child, they are the grandparent. These genes are transformed to parents. So there are some influences. So this parent is influenced by his own parent, but the child is mostly influenced by parent. So what is the history? The history is same. It is a flow. It is a flow of generations. So there is an influence of generations. So what he says, to some extent, it decides, the grandparents also decides, has some genes. For example, if parents are intelligent and are good readers, they would provide their children with books to read, with the likely outcome that their children would become good readers who enjoy reading. So this is an example. Parents are teachers, there is some chances that the children also become teachers. Lawyers becoming lawyers, doctors becoming doctors. That depends on the both from the parents, such as male parent and the female parent, either mother and father. A child own genotype, what she or he inherited, such as being cooperative and attentive, is likely to result in teachers and parents. giving more pleasant responses as compared to children who are not cooperative and not attentive. So, in the behavior exhibited in the school, it is also the genetical influence. So, the genetical influence from parents, how the parents behave is the child behave. Okay, so it is what it is discussed. The cooperative and attentive child is also there are some factors which influence the behavior. Besides these, children themselves choose their certain environment based on their genotype. For example, because of their genotype, children may perform well in music, sports, and they will seek and spend more time in environment which will enable them perform their musical skills. When the parent of a musical interest gives birth to a child, the child has a choice to choose the environment for sports or music. That is what the counseling comes into. The psychologists discuss these influences and see the child has a comfortable life. Similarly, an athlete would seek sports related environment. These interactions with the environment keep changing from infancy through adolescence. There is also changes during infancy and adolescence. Environmental influences are as complex as the genes we inherit. So environment is also one of the factors which has great influence. That is, to some extent, it has its influence, which we said. A short can become average. An introvert can become to some extent an extrovert. All these things happen with the influence of environment, but not everything will be decided by the environment. If your class monitor is selected on the basis of being academically bright and a popular student, do you think it is because of his genes or influence of the environment? So, what is it? If a child from rural area who is very intelligent is not able to get a job because of his inability to express himself or herself fluently or handle computers, do you think it is because of genes or environment? Just think these are the questions we have to discuss with either genetical factor or environmental factor. Which factor has influence here? Just think of these questions and see what it is there. So, as discussed, kindly go through, just think of the answers, whether it is genetical factors which influence the development or environmental factors. We have discussed that the characteristics which we behave, which we exhibit, is dependent on the choice of the environment, and even there is influence of in genetical factors which are inherited from parents, the environment we grow, all these factors which influence. Just think of the questions which we discussed in the last and support your answers with necessary points. And that is all for the session today. Thank you so much. Have a great time.